the question was, if you could describe your life, which season would best describe it, and what does that season require you to do? And for me, this season requires me to rest. And I was sharing that I never thought resting could be this difficult, because for me it felt like I was being lazy, I didn't want to do anything, or I was just quick to give up on things that I want to do, on my goals. But I just knew deep down. For example, I knew from the beginning of this year that this is the year for me to rest. Like, I really need to take slow and rest. That was it. But it's not easy to just let go of things. It's not easy to just stop doing things that you are used to do, and things that you find them very interesting, but are no longer interesting. And you're like, there's something that I'm doing wrong. And there's nothing that you are doing wrong. It's just that it's time to rest. So a few days back, usually I'm a 5 a.m. Gang. I wake up at 5 early in the morning, because I am the morning person, and meditate, spend time with God, worship, pray, read the word. And it has been difficult to do that for the past few months. And I know I've been forcing myself to do those things, even though I feel like I just want to sleep. There were days where I would wake up and I just want to go back to bed, not because I am sleepy, but my heart is not there. So recently, a few days back, I woke up at 5 and I was still in bed, and God began to say that I stopped you because on that day, I really wanted to pray. I wanted to meditate. I wanted to spend time with God. And I didn't have interest in doing that as much as I wanted to do it. But there was just something that is off about doing it. And God began to say that I have stopped you from waking up from 5 a.m. Let me read it. I have stopped you from waking up from 5 a.m. because you were tired. Even though you were awake, I didn't get your attention. Even though you were committed physically, your heart was not there. I work with your heart. If you decide to wake up at any time, bring your heart with. I am more intentional in working in your heart than your routine. The rhythm of the routine is not in action, but it's in your heart willingness. That was it. And I just understood it. I just understood that that is why I just couldn't figure it out. But what is it that makes me not want to pray, to meditate, to do all the things that I find interesting, and the things that make me happy, and things that makes me to feel closer to God? It was because my heart is not there, because I am exhausted in all areas of my life. I am exhausted, and it is time for me to rest. And after that, I was like, okay, at least I'm not losing my mind. At least I am not being lazy. I just need to rest. And it took me to a lesson or something that I really admire in plants and trees, that throughout all seasons, plants don't shift their position because of a season. I'll repeat that again. Throughout all seasons, plants don't shift their position. If you plant a tree on that particular space, throughout all season, it will grow there. And that made me to do a further research that how do plants adapt in different seasons, and because there must be a secret there. That's something that I'm willing to learn from a plant. If we could have a plant that withers three leaves, and that same plant sprout out new branches in spring and bear fruit in at the right season, there must be something that I really need to learn from that. So I did a research on how plants adapt in different seasons, and just a brief summary is that plants, they measure the length of the day, and if the sunlight is the length of sunlight that they get per day is shorter, that's why we see plants lose the color green, they become yellowish brown, and then the leaves fall out from the tree. It's because the trees or the plants are getting less light, and that causes the leaves to wither. But there's something that I'm so sad that I didn't write it down. I think I wrote it on my phone, and I can't check it because I'm using my phone to record this. But there's something that that said it's important for them to lose so that a new leaves may grow, a new thing may sprout. So it's not entirely a loss for them to lose leaves, but that is growth. That is a process of a tree, of a cycle, of a the growth of the tree. That is the cycle. So there's nothing wrong on that. So that's how they adapt. It's because they observe the day, they observe what it does, and each season plays a different role in a tree. And same applies with us. But the thing with us, we always want to change the position. If I am experiencing a loss of something, I want to go to a place where I would get a restoration of what I've lost. But what if that is the season of losing leaves? What if you are in the season where you need to be without leaves? What if it's a season of feeling naked? It won't always last seasons don't last forever. It's a cycle. It is a cycle, It is a cycle. So if trees don't shift their position, they stay there. They adapt in that particular season, and they move, they grow, because this season they come and go. So that is a topic that I really love indulging in, and I'm still busy with that research, and it's so amazing. I don't know, maybe it's because I love trees, I love plants, but there's a lot that I'm learning from the nature of God. So yeah.